Good morning. My name is Dr. Stephen Ronzano, and I'm an assistant professor of English at American University, Phnom Penh. This morning, I'm going to read to you my midterm assignment that I gave to my English 101 students, an editorial, and I've entitled mine The 20 February Selfishness with Disastrous Effects. On Friday, 13 March 2020, my relational life with staff and students came to a screeching halt. This was the last day of what we had come to know as face-to-face instruction for a while. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports sent out instructions for all schools in Phnom Penh to close and start virtual education with students because of the COVID. Almost a year later, on 20 February 2021, we're back in the same situation, but with worse consequences. And this time, because of 4 selfish individuals who could not stay in their quarantine hotels. They bribed guards with a little more than $20 U.S. currency to go on a binge of partying and drinking at various establishments and sky bars throughout the city. They have ultimately spread the COVID to over 1,000 inhabitants of Phnom Penh, caused quarantines and lockdowns throughout the capital city, shuttered businesses, forced people to flee the city because of lack of employment, and caused the closure of 3 provinces. The whole of the country has been affected, and there is no one solution that can be put into place to prevent further disaster. And now, according to the Cambodian Ministry of Health, we have seen our first fatality from the virus. People are inherently selfish, self-serving, and ignorant. These 4 foreigners from another Asian country have put the entire populace of the country in grave peril because they could not wait for 14 days before getting the green light to travel in and around the city. How tragic and painful this is for the rest of us who did what was asked, what was required, and what was expected of us to keep ourselves and each other safe. A year later, I am an assistant professor of English at American University, Phnom Penh. I have given my English Composition 101 students a midterm oral presentation assignment. 3 reasons why COVID-19 is so bad in Cambodia right now. What will they say? How will they put it into words, or at best the strongest feelings they can possibly muster and explain under current circumstances? Lately, I've been trying to stress with my students that it's important to share and reflect on our commentary. By that I mean, what are one's ideas, comments, thoughts, insights, reactions, and reflections about what we think, understand, feel, and experience in our own personal world. This commentary, I cannot wait to hear what they will say about this whole mess as they reflect about what has put Cambodia in such peril. My 3 reasons why it's so bad in Cambodia now are explained very clearly and powerfully in 1 John 2, verse 16, under the heading, Do Not Love the World. John the Apostle, whom Jesus dearly loved, wrote, For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the boastful pride of life, is not from the Father, but from the world. Verse 17 goes on to say, And the world is passing away, and also its lusts, but the one who does the will of God abides forever. As you read elsewhere in 1 John 4, verse 20, it talks about if we really love God, then we love our fellow man. How can we say we love God who we cannot see, but yet we hate our brothers whom we see each day? I have no idea if these 4 who caused all the trouble of the now infamous 20 February incident, as it's called in Phnom Penh, had any kind of faith or love of God at all. But what I do know is that they did not have any love for their brother who they did see each and every day. And this has been Dr. Stephen Ronzano from American University, Phnom Penh.